Art 101. Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica Puma and I am your professor this semester. So it'll be great to have you all. And though we're working remotely, I'll be popping some of these videos into the course to expound a bit on the material that we're reading. The main pieces, I just wanted to say hello and welcome you. Perhaps it's your first semester learning online, perhaps it's your first semester of college, so welcome. I know a lot of brand new students often take Art 101, and it is a great course to take, and I love teaching it. I've taught it many, many times. And I've changed things up a bit. I do it often to keep the things that I think are working really well about the course and incorporate ideas that other students have given me, and to also keep it fresh for myself. I'm a painter. I've been teaching with RCBC for about 12 years. I exhibit my work, sometimes sell it, and I make it constantly. So that's the thing with art. You'll learn it's a compulsion, really. Most of us don't get paid to make anything. It's one of the few careers where being dearly departed from the world oftentimes stands you in better stead than being around to see your work. And so my typical prayer is always that my kids and grandkids can punt off my work. Though I have been blessed with plenty of sales throughout my life, but nonetheless, I make it regardless. And this course is really going to show you one, how to look at art. And I know obviously you look at art with your eyes, but what are you seeing specifically? What are you seeing formally? Meaning, what lines, what colors, what shapes? How are you seeing it? What's the rhythm of the painting? Is there balance? Is there a balance that's created asymmetrically, symmetrically, radially? So we're going to go through what you call the formal elements, the visual elements. And that's a chapter, that is chapter 2. And it's a long chapter, but it's really the meat of the course, because once that's down, looking at all of the artwork that we're going to look at, because our text, Lazari, you got to get it, looks at art thematically, meaning we're not going through retrospectively. That would be time. That would be from the beginning of recorded history. So talking about things like cave paintings and land art, where we see in South America wild, wonderful geometric shapes that are etched into the earth, and we wonder how did they get there? Giant heads on Easter Island, sculptures like that are pretty old, and we wonder, how did ancient humans actually accomplish these really awesome tasks without all the benefits of modern technology, forklifts, cranes, conveyor belts, and things like that. We're going to look at things not through the lens of what came first, second, third, etc. We're going to look at things thematically. That means let's look at art that's about death. Let's look at art that's about procreation. Let's look at art that's about the government. Let's look at art that's about film. Let's look at art that's about the big themes of life: dying, being born, returning to life, being king, queen, etc. So in that respect, we're gonna jam a lot of different types of art into each chapter, but they're all going to relate because we're looking at how people created things to deal with this idea, that idea. Okay? So hopefully you like that. Hopefully you find that interesting. And the course is set up pretty simply. I try to keep it simple, streamlined, easy for you to follow, alternating between quizzes and discussions. And then for midterm, I'll have you write a visual analysis of an artwork from the book. And don't worry, I'll give you lots of practice and I'll really show you how that's done correctly. And our final will be it's usually a museum trip, but because of COVID, we'll do a virtual museum trip, which in some respects has been working out really awesome, because though there are a lot of museums in this area, right, in Manhattan, of course, and there's the Grounds for Sculpture in Hamilton, and then there's, of course, the Barnes and the PMA and the Museum of Penn. Archaeological Museum in Philadelphia, because I opened up the project to accommodate the entire planet. People have been doing papers on, the Louvre, the Van Gogh Museum, the Hermitage Museum in Russia, like all these great museums, the Cairo Museum in Egypt. Most of these museums have really fantastic virtual tours. So it's been fun. Anyway, I'm probably geeking out. Obviously, I'm an artist. I love art. And I want to make you a worshiper too. So anyway, you can look at my website if you want, pumapainter.com. You can find me there. This is some work behind me. I'm working on that now. But I'm also an abstract painter, so there's one behind you, but you can see I'm into architecture. That's part of my vocab. And that's that. So I am Jessica, and I'm here to help. I want you to know I am a very understanding human being, and I was a student for a very long time. I'm still a student. I'm taking courses myself in another subject. So just communicate with me. I know that you're very busy. You probably have barely had the 6 minutes, 20 seconds to watch this, but I appreciate your having watched it. I have a short little introductory assignment. I just want to see you guys and learn a little bit about you, and uh, and then we'll get going. But just reach out if you're having a hard time, if you're confused, if your world, God forbid, starts to fall apart and you fall behind. Just reach out. We can work it out. Okay? Thanks. Take care. Thank you for taking the course.